Hands up, baby, hands up. Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at WeiJiang NE-01 Megamaster, aka Megatron, of course. I know I'm late on this one, but it's still a goodie, so hang in there. First, let's take a look at the packaging. Nice illustration of Megatron there, and what? We all know that's Laserbeak. And you have Megatron on every side, and you have some nice product shots here with all the accessories, and we will take a look at them, all of them, Laserbird, and so on. My packaging isn't really holding together, but anyway. Whoop. And when you get him unpacked, this is everything he comes with. Let's take a look, shall we? First of all, the little instructional booklet, and it's actually very good. It did show me everything I could do, and we will look at these two together later on. But still, very good. You get different chest plates for him. The smashed uppy one, and one where you can actually exchange this for WeiJiang's own little insignia, but that isn't sold anymore, I think, so, well, unfortunately, that's not for me, and that's not for me either, because I don't like that. You have his prime-killing little pistol. I don't know why he needs a little pistol when he has his arm cannon, but still, nicely done. You have the key to Vector Sigma, and it is die-cast, totally, so it's kind of heavy. Yeah, and looks really good. You have the little cork that everything has to come with when it looks like a gun. Now we're safe. Now we're not. Ooh, hold on to your horses. He has three little swappable faces. He has the damaged one. He has the laughing one. And he has the grumpy one. And this is the actual head that comes with, or on, pre-installed. I changed it out to the screaming face, so you will see that later on. He comes with a little energon mace here, and it's very nicely done, and you can pose it really nicely in different ways, like he's throwing it, or whatever. And of course, his energon blade, or maybe it's the dark saber. I don't really know, but it looks good. I have never been a fan of Megatron wielding swords, but anyway, you can separate this for some reason. I don't know why. And of course, put that back together. It looks nice. And you get a little special accessory. This is a silencer, I think, that you can attach to the gun in the front. If you're able to, I'm not able to for some reason. Ah, there. Now you can have the gun looking like that, if you want to. If you don't want to, stay. You can actually transform this little piece of thingamajig. You fold this out, fold these up. And yes, I'm going to try not to say baka, because that's what I think of when I look at this. You fold out the wings, and you fold this up somehow, and then you articulate the head so it comes up, splay the feet out, and here you have a little laser beak. It is cool, and it looks good, but I don't really have a use for it, and it doesn't really peg into Megs anywhere. But still, it's fun that they do stuff with the extra pieces. Now, I'm not a gun enthusiast, so my vocabulary will be severely limited while looking at this. I think this is called a barrel, and you can rotate this around if you don't want to have that little nose piece. Sight, maybe? I don't know. You have some nice detailing here with things you can move about. This is stiff. I think I've glued that, but I don't know. You can move this around and you can see everything tabs well in, and it's a very sturdy piece. I think it's called a piece just because it's a gun as well, isn't it? Well, anyway, this is permanently attached to this because these are the feet of Megatron. Yeah. Some of it is die-cast, and these little heel spurs are just plastic, but these are die-cast. This is die-cast. Well, some of it is. And again, let's go up close to look at him, and you have a little sight or scope up here that will become his cannon later on. And it's this little piece is fell out for gun mode, and you can just fold it in for arm cannon mode, and it looks really, really nice. Really nice. And if your batteries are still in place, you have a light up feature, a really nice light up feature. I remember it working very well, but unfortunately my batteries are out and I don't have any to spare right now, unfortunately. But that is him, or rather his little sight. The trigger, I had to look it up. The trigger is spring-loaded, so you can play with that if you think that is fun for some reason. I don't like this. Now, I don't have many gun toys, but I do have Shockwave. So this is Masterpiece, Takara Tomy Shockwave. And right away we can see that there is a huge difference in the sculpt. He is oversized, but still, look at the difference. I'm just gonna hold him there so you can see. But they still look good together. Shockwave, do my bidding! Yes, master. And for my more loyal viewers, you may remember that this Megatron is the star of my little Triple T verse. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link up in the corner so you can go check that out. This looks good, but we can't look at our pistol all day long. We need Megs. Yes, we need Megs. Where is Megatron? Let's transform him. We take this away. You can leave it there for a couple of steps, but it's better just to take it away. You come to the feet, you separate them. You pull this out, like so. And you separate this piece and turn that around. You fold that in. And you take this piece. And we have to rotate this, I think. To push this back, like so. And then we're gonna go up with this, like that. And that's going to be part of his little groin later on. Now we can tab the legs apart, like this. And we're gonna do 1 foot at a time, because it's a lot to do. You fold this out, this little piece out. You fold this out. Hinge this up for now. Fold this down, like that. Turn this out, like so, and tab that in there. This is really difficult to do with just one hand, and in front of a camera as well. Tab this in, up there, so you have locked this side in place. You have 2 pegs here, one that goes downwards and one that goes like that, and you need to peg both of them in at the same time, and that's a bit finicky. I never realized it's the same tab. Huh. Okay, push that in and then lock that into place. Yay! You push this little side piece down, like so. And now we will work on this piece here. You fold, wait, let's just go up first. You fold this up and this little tab will go into that slot in there, if you're lucky. Well, you never are, actually, because this is a very, very troublesome piece of engineering. But when you do, you get it perfect. You fold this out, you fold that panel out and that panel out, and you have a little panel that should be out as well. Maybe you need to do that first, I don't know. No, you don't. Or maybe you did. Nah, you didn't. Okay, we're almost done with this little leg. We're just gonna go push this in. You have a little tab there and a slot there, and you have a peg there and a post, or well, somewhat. This is very difficult to get in for some reason. It's always like this. There are too many things that need to be angled the correct way, but that's how you want that looking. Now that we have both legs done, we have to move them over to the other side. And this is where the little annoying pieces start, because this tab is spring-loaded, but you need to get it around the black piece here, so it'll hold the legs in place. And it's not really that easy, to be quite frank, but we'll do our best. And there you have it. As you can see, that was kind of troublesome. But when it's in, and it's not coming out. Hopefully. Now, before we go any further, let's rotate the legs around. If you want to, you can have his feet like this, but the instructions tell you to hinge them down, like so, and pull this very stiff. Okay, I need to do this off camera, I think. It worked. You fold it like that. And that is a heel done, or a foot done. Now we need to rotate things. Firstly, we need to untab this, and this is kind of scary because I don't want to bend anything. There. Oh, that was scary. That was really, really, really scary. Okay. Separate the arms, if you're able. They are very well tabbed in together. And we're going to get this up. You need that out because you need to rotate this down. Push this, or pull this out. Hinge this over on that little hinge and push that back in. And while we're here, let's open up Megatron's head. His face just came off. Let's pull him out, shall we? And now we can close this up, hopefully. And you have to tap everything back in here. Okay. This piece is gonna go bend into this little... Or do I have to... Oh, I have to rotate it the other way. It's going in there, and you're tabbing it in like so. And here you can change this if you want to have a cleaner barrel look. There is a lot of hinges here, and I'm gonna try to show you the best way of dealing with this is just to pull this apart. And again, you might need a spludger. Okay, good. You pull the arm out like so. You fold it down. You fold this onto itself. And this is going to be difficult because I never get this right. You have to bend this piece first so it comes down on the shoulder like that. And you have a bit of... Oh, it's not done yet, is it? No, it's not. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Why should it? Oh, not the arm. And you have a little niche there for it. And that's one arm done. Under the right arm, you have to fold this piece in and down. Remember that? And you can also slide this arm back now if you don't want to do that later on. And for the last finishing touches, let's put this arm cannon on and just fold it in like that. And here you have Megs in all his glory. I have to give it to WeiJiang. They really made a good looking Megs, and this mold is, I don't know, 10, 12 years old, but it's still one of the best molds for Megatron, I think, looks-wise. There are others that are easier to transform, but he is way easier to transform than the Takara masterpiece. I don't remember if it was 32 or whatever, but something around that area. The only gripe I have with him is the feet. I don't really like the feet in this way, but who am I to judge? I would like his legs to be a bit longer because this gap is just... let's get up close and personal and look at that Megsy head. And while we're here, let's check out all the heads. This is the screaming angry one. Yes! Laughing one. I'll get you yet, Starscream. The damaged one. And the standard that comes with him. The grumpy, sour Megatron. But this looks just great in my opinion. There are a few Megatron faces out there that comes close to this accuracy. I'm really, really, really happy with him. Okay, let's go on. He has some gigantic shoulders. But they look good. This is me, and as I said before, you can have him with his damaged little chest there, or the other one who really needs a insignia there. And let's continue down and look at that Megsy waist. Nicely detailed. I like the silvery paint on the grey plastic. And you have, of course, the arm cannon there. Nice, thick, spring-loaded thighs. And nice legs, but ugly feet. But if you actually fold these up, you get really wide feet instead, so I don't know. Come to the back. You have almost no kibble whatsoever. Just these little thingies, whatever it is. You have this spring-loaded thing here that you need to push in at the same time as you push to the sides when you're going back into gun mode. And you have this nice little piece here on... And no kibble whatsoever. So he is really, really nice. Now, for articulation. The head can do a 360, look up, look down. I mean, Megatron is more of a looking down on people when he speaks person than actually looking down like that. You can have his arms do a 360. if you have everything where it should be, you can have them go to the side. You have a bicep swivel. You have just under 90 degree there at the elbow. You have stiff hands because they're old. No, because they were made a long time ago and you can't really make him point, and the thumb is not movable at all. But you can rotate the hand and no wiggle at all. No ab crunch, but you can rotate his waist around. If we fold these little things up, we get a hold of the leg, and he can kick forward that much, go out to there, and kick about that much backwards. But I mean, this is not cliff jumper, so he doesn't need the movability. Okay, just under 90 degrees at the knee. You have a thigh swivel. Mold breaking thigh swivel if you look here, but still you have a thigh swivel, and the feet go up and down and they can rotate and tilt. No rotate, just tilt. Okay. And they are kind of funny, the feet, because they are not flat, but that doesn't really matter because he's really secure and sturdy anyway. So he wobbles a bit. But that might just be my set bothering him. And of course you can put his accessories in his hands like that. Did I say accessories? I meant accessories. Oh, I think I'm sleeping. And now he can just slash every Autobot that comes into his personal space. And of course he can shoot them as well with this little... Oh, you can actually move the thumb, or is it the whole hand that's moving? Anyway. You can put that in there. Not that very secure, but it is. Oh, good. And you can put his little mace thingy here as well. There is the tab. Why doesn't it tab in? Ah, good. It did tab in, and it tabbed in very well as well. He can just be, I'm gonna hit you. Boom. No, I don't know what "fubump" means. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. I don't know if he can hold his key to Vector Sigma. I never tried. Probably could. Yeah, he could. I'm going to use Vector Sigma. Prime secrets will be mine. Whatever you say, Megatron. While we're on the subject of Prime, let's bring him in. This is WeiJiang's MPP-10, and they were meant for each other. They are so epic. It is ridiculously good. When you look at them side by side, this gappage is actually more tolerable because it makes them have the same proportions, I think. I'm gonna kill you, Prime! Or, if he wants to, he can have his little helmet that I haven't talked about, I know, but I'm doing it now. And he can control fake Prime in that one episode where Prime did Megatron's... No, it was fake Prime that did Megatron's bidding. It was so long ago since I watched those shows, so forgive me for not remembering the show and the name. Oh, thank you, Prime. But there you have that. And just to look at this as well, it's a fairly stupid helmet, but that's what it looked like, so it's well done, well painted. Yeah. Now for my conclusion. This is a very good bot. I really like him. He is old, and you can tell in many areas of the engineering and the quality. The quality is good, mind you, but it feels a bit more shallow, plasticky sometimes. It held together so far very nice, and the articulation is good. He is fun to transform, except one place where I'm just antsy with some pieces moving past each other and so on. I know he's an old bot and you probably can't get a hold of him, but if you want an oversized Megatron that's really ingeniously done and looks great, this WeiJiang NE-01 is great. Megamaster is mega good. And even if you look under his arms, you can see detailing and nothing, no kibble and nothing that shouldn't be there and so on. I really like him. I have to say that over and over and over again because I really do. My masterpiece, Megatron from Takara, broke on this little barrel-y thing. So I had to, and he wasn't repairable at all because, well, it was just simply destroyed. It fell onto the floor and I had to say goodbye to that one. No amount of glue in the world could have saved him. So when this came, I was really, really happy because I had a Megatron again, and a really good one as well. Now, WeiJiang have done a lot of KO in the past, but this isn't a strict KO. This is their own little thing with inspiration from other bots. So I'm not going to brand it as a KO, and I'm not going to give it points as a KO. I'm actually going to give it an 8. If the articulation were a bit better, if the fingers were articulated, and if it was made of a bit more modern plastic and the engineering was a bit tweaked, he would get a 10 because that's how good he is. So hopefully someone will pick this mold up and modernize it in the future because they have a great base to build on with this bot. He is a very strong recommendation if you still can find him out there. I was tempted to actually do a retro review of him, but I think he deserved a standard real review with all my applause and admiration that he deserved. Yes, I like Decepticon leaders. But I guess that's it for today.
Thank you for watching, and as always, I can't say it.
Okay, I'll say it. Take care.